What's up, y'all? It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, and I decided let's jump on here, do another Let's Talk. That's, I guess, the name or something for that. Yeah, man. Thank you to everybody who always rocks in with your boy who checks in. Like I said, we haven't done one of these in a minute. Been trying to get a lot more of these done. Back pain, for those who don't know, I feel like I have to consistently update people per video, whatnot, because different people see different videos at different times. I had a spinal surgery on my lower back on the 23rd, so I am recuperating from that. But that's neither here nor there. It is 102 degrees outside from where my apartment is. That's why you might hear my air conditioner going right now, all those things. But I am here. We're going to talk about a lot. I've been cracking down on devices on the workroom floor because they've been cracking down. Fred Tass said, "What's up, man? Tight. Not gonna make this one because they've been cracking down on devices in the workroom floor." Completely understand, man. I appreciate you checking in. I appreciate it. Yeah. So there's a lot to talk about, and I think I'm gonna just kick it off what I meant to talk. So there was some things I wanted to talk about a couple days ago. I didn't get a chance to get to. So let's do this one first. I don't have my guy in the chair, so I'm my own producer and all that, and I'm moving stuff around. So I don't know if you all have heard this, but following the success of Thunderbolts, director Jay Schreier may be on his way to direct the X-Men movie. He is in early talks to direct it. Now, the script, they say, has already been penned by Michael Leslie. Okay. Kevin Feige, of course, is producing it. We don't know what the plot is or anything, but what has been said is that the studio is taking its time in finding the right person to take over directing duties and has made it clear that they do not want to rush this process, similar to how it handled the pitches from writing candidates last year. Now, they say after months of meetings, the momentum started to favor Schreier when early reactions to Thunderbolts began to trickle out in form of, for Marvel Studios. So it opened, that being Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers, spoiler alert, to 162 million global and had some of the best reactions possible. So that has got a lot of people really on the side of him and thinking, look, if you saw Thunderbolts like I did, you know that Thunderbolts is going to be a damn good movie. It's a damn good movie. What it brings together and everything, and how it handles a lot of different things, which I'm going to do another Let's Talk later on in the month. I'm going to talk mental health in comic books. And I say that because mental health is addressed so well and tackled with such respect in Thunderbolts. It needs to literally be discussed. So we're going to do that. But with how it's done that, it is definitely a major thing. So again, we know that Doomsday is filming currently, Avengers Doomsday. We know that the OG Fox team will be a part of Doomsday. There is no word yet on, they haven't said anything yet about the other team coming back, and that being the secondary team, the McAvoy Fassbender team. So I wouldn't too much count on it. I know a lot of people are trying to figure out, like, are they going to show up? I wouldn't too much count on it, but it'll be nice to see if they do it, just to close it all off, if you will, because I think that's the only purpose of the OG team being involved. You want to give them a perfect send-off. You say goodbye. You know what I'm saying? You say goodbye. You take them out with an incursion or whatever the case may be. Bam. And then that's that. I'm trying to put in another asset real quick because I forgot. I wanted to talk about this when this news dropped yesterday because this is some major, major news too. So yeah, like I said, when it comes to X-Men though, there is no word on what the plot is. And I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing because We don't know what Secret Wars are now. People know the comics. People know the two variations of the major Secret Wars stories. I have been told potentially what Secret Wars is, and I don't want to fully say or speak on it yet until after Doomsday comes out, unless that information comes out first. Now, I always say this. Y'all know me. I have broke a lot of stuff of news in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I've broken a lot of stuff with DC, and I've done all those things through either being on air on different networks or through Mad Titan Podcast. So I will continue to do those things. So please believe if I get the news on, all that what Secret Wars is, I'll let you guys know. Or if I'm told I can start spitting it out there. But yeah, so as far as X-Men goes, man, that's what we got coming up. Here's some other news that dropped yesterday that I don't think a lot of people understand how dope this news is. So Liza Colon-Zayas, she's a fan favorite on FX's The Bear. She is set to join Spider-Man Brand New Day. Okay? Now, they have not, Sony and Marvel Studios, they haven't said who she's playing. But for Liza Colon-Zayas, please forgive me if I'm messing the name up. Everyone is starting to believe there is a strong possibility she is playing Miles Morales' mother, which means we are getting a live action Miles in this film. Now, Daniel Destin Cretton, who did the first Shang-Chi movie, he's directing it. This movie will drop. It's filming currently, and it'll drop next year, July 31st, 2026. So next year, we're going to get a bunch of dope movies. So this is set to, when it drops, for those who haven't seen, didn't hear Mad Titan, when Spider-Man Brand New Day drops, it's going to come out after Doomsday, but its events are going to be set before Doomsday, which again, if she is playing Miles's mom, that means Miles is either in Doomsday or for sure Secret Wars. He's either introduced in Doomsday, but he's for sure in Secret Wars. So you're going to have one of the two of those. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Like, also, I think everybody is, the big question is, who's playing live action Miles Morales? And I think there are, I would say, an infinite number of choices. I think there's a good amount of choices. I think whoever is going to get this role is going to be somebody that knows the, I don't know if I want to use the word gravitas or gravity of having this role, because it's a big deal. You're the first live action Miles Morales. Shamik Moore is the voice, and we already know what's happening with that. We won't get what is it, Beyond the Spider-Verse until God knows when. So that's gonna be that. So what else do I want to talk about real quick? Early today, if you follow me here, you saw the reaction. The season 2 trailer for Peacemaker finally dropped. And again, it's right here on the channel. You can check it out. Let me tell y'all this. I was a fan of season 1 of Peacemaker. There was no doubt about it. I've rewatched Peacemaker a couple times. I even tweeted out, I said, damn you, James Gunn, for making me feel sympathetic for this character. But this trailer brought out so much and so many surprises. The biggest surprises coming out the gate. Victor is Penguin from Miles. Renzi Friend, let me pull up for those who don't, because that's who I was thinking about. Let me show y'all who he's talking about. Once I'm gonna pull it up. This is why I need my dude in the chair, because he could have, and my dude in the chair was Matt Thomas, but he's probably at work somewhere. I'm gonna show you exactly who it is. Hey, this is probably the perfect person to be Miles Morales, to be quite honest. Renzi Felice. And I'm going to pull up a picture of it for those who didn't watch Penguin. or for those who didn't see Runaways, let me give you a picture. I'm going to give a good picture, try to find a good one. This is him in Runaways, the one I'm going to show y'all. So this should be a good perfect one. But he seems like the perfect candidate for it. I know some people like, again, he was in, that whole thing of you were a character before, you can't be another character now, or you were in a different universe. I don't think that applies any freaking more. We've seen so many people bounce back and forth now. It is ridiculous. I'm gonna pull this picture up. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna talk about Peacemaker in a minute. I want to bring this up. I'm doing 19 different things at one time for y'all. Again, this I didn't even think about it. I want to appreciate you for bringing that up, because I showed in the hell forgot. I was like, that's who could be it. And I don't think anybody would be upset. God damn it, I opened it then closed it. I hate when I do that. All right, let me go back to this real quick. Let me go back here. So, Renzi, please. I'm opening it up. I'm gonna put the picture up. I should have just brought the picture up directly, but I had to make myself do it difficultly and do this whole thing and edit shit. And we just gonna pop that right there. Boom, boom. There you go. There we go. Save as copy. Okay, we're gonna bring that there. Oh shit. Sorry, y'all, my back started hurting. Ooh, shit. Tis what happens when you have spinal surgery, ladies and gentlemen. Tis what happens when you have a spinal surgery. But this is who we are talking about potentially to be Miles Morales. Let's pull him up real quick. Right here. He played Victor on the Penguin. There's a possibility he would absolutely be Miles Morales. He's from Encanto, Runaways, Teen Wolf. He's been in so much, and knowing him as Miles would give you a longevity with him. So that is definitely a good choice. Nestor Phillips, what's happening? What's happening? What's up, Oh, not Phillips, excuse me. Pinos. What's up, Nestor? Appreciate you, bro. Let me go back. There you go. So, like I said, Peacemaker. The biggest shocks came out the gate. Hawk Girl, Isabel Merced, Hawk Girl is right there. She is along with Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion, as well as Max Lord, played by Sean Gunn. And they're part of his crew. So that, to see them immediately was like, holy shit, Superman connects into this. Because this comes out August 21st. Superman drops in July. But that wasn't the only surprises from it. Another one was Frank Grillo as live-action Rick Flag Sr. Here's why I bring that up. Rick Flag Sr., he plays that voice in Creature Commandos. If you don't remember, James Gunn said when he took over the universe, his TV, film, and animation was all going to connect. And some people thought that wasn't going to be possible. Well, he figured out a way to do it exactly the way he wanted to do it, and here it is. So this is the first connecting thing. Also, you can see clearly that Hawk Girl and Green Lantern are working for Lord with the suits that they have on. Again, I don't know if they are that Justice League or whatnot, but the suits are kind of weird. It is what it is. But also, they ask, it beckons the question of how, another scene we see, it may answer the question of how does Peacemaker go from the DCEU to the DCU. And this scene right here, where Peacemaker walks in his quantum storage unit that his father created, and he sees himself. Pay attention to the costume and the helmet. Those are different. So somehow through that I'm assuming this opens up the doorway between, I'm assuming that right there will open up the doorway between the two universes into how he'll cross over into the DCU. Because you also see Hardcore being told she has to go to therapy for toxic masculinity. You get Economos back. You've got shit. What was her name? You know what? Let me do this. Again, I'm not my dude in the chair. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. I'm not my dude to share. Okay, so uh pain in the back, y'all. Where's that? Okay, yep, delete that. There we go. Danielle Brooks out of bio. Yes. So you see her being back. You've got Freddie Stroma as Adrian Chase back. They're basically 11th Street Kids, where they started calling themselves from season one. So all of them are back pretty much. And it's going to be interesting to see how it all folds in. We got some comments. Yeah, Vigilante is back. He is definitely back. Chris Lee says it's also possible that they kill off the old X-Men immediately instead of Doom's power. I think they do kill them off immediately. I think everybody that's being brought in from possibly other worlds and other universes or other Marvel worlds are going to be killed off in possibly incursions until everything that comes together. Uh, Let me see what else is there that we wanted to talk about. That I'm doing is so about a Peacemaker, all that, blah blah. Oh yeah, so we officially got the name for the next Godzilla X Kong sequel that is coming out in 2026. It is now called Godzilla X Kong Supernova. All right, it's called Supernova. So that means something is going to explode. Could it be when you call supernova? Supernova is like a planet or a star exploding. The only thing I can think of potentially exploding is Hollow Earth. Something happening where Hollow Earth is threatened. Now, which would be crazy because that would mean that all of the Titans that live within Hollow Earth would come up to the regular Earth, maybe. Who knows? But we already have like all the different monsters everywhere, so that's gonna be interesting to see. What else did I want to talk about on here while I was here briefly? Again, it's just me, and I appreciate y'all. We got a new pope. We got a whole new pope, y'all. Pope Leo the 14th, former cardinal. I just had, every time I keep thinking, oh, I had something pulled up, I forget I closed a whole damn tab because I didn't want to have 1,000,009 tabs open. We got a brand new pope, and he's the first ever American pope, but more specifically, he is from Chicago. Now, there are some people from the surrounding Chicago suburbs who are trying to discredit this by saying he is from Naperville. And let me tell you something, as a diehard Chicagoan, everyone who knows me knows I fuck with my city. I love my city to death. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. There we go. Yeah, that's, and we're gonna go back here. Y'all know I love my city. Chicago hat, all Chicago hats. I've been out here in Los Angeles 10 years and I still don't have an LA hat. And normally, if you say you're from the city, the question is always, are you from the north side or south side? If you say you're from the suburbs, you're not considered Chicago. So it's rumored that he's supposedly from Naperville. God damn it, he's from Chicago. But the former Cardinal Robert Prevost. Now, here's the issue about it. So again, not only is he the first American Pope, he is also potentially he is basically a person of color. Here's why. He has roots in New Orleans 7th Ward. He has Creole roots. Robert Francis Prevost, who's now Leo the 14th, his lineage traces back to New Orleans. So they say they have Louisiana ties, French Canadian Creole. Let me see. His maternal grandparents to the 7th Ward, a neighborhood long recognized as a cultural stronghold for the African, French, Spanish, and Native American descent. He's also found evidence that he has Creole of color roots, which is Louisiana Jeans de Couleur Libre population. This is back in 1722. That is hilarious. Supposedly also, now I got to see if this is true, because I saw some saying the Pope got 2 baby mamas. I was like, oh, this nigga is from Chicago. So with the introduction of the new Pope, we felt it was
I did freeze up. So what I will do is I'll be over here to my actual camera unfreezes. There we go. There we go. Kick me out of that one. Cool. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, y'all. So, for those who was wondering what just happened, while I was trying to do a nice different things, we are as well as stay. I want to stay live. Stay live. Are you coming back? What is happening? Great. All right. The mic is on. Cool, 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 cool. So, let me see if I can play this from here. I want y'all to hear this thing that belongs in credit and reverence to the brand.
Big smiles. Dr. Elizabeth was talking about
Damn right. Damn right. So listen, we're having a little technical difficulties, but I wanted to make sure I just came over here and had a little fun with y'all. For those who know, like I said, if you want to support the GoFundMe, the link is in the bio in the description of the video. Please do that. We keep trying to drop more of these as long as I'm healing up and everything. I appreciate all y'all who've been rocking with me. I'll holler at y'all later. Till then, I'm out. Bye. Let's hit that on the phone.